know that I would have talked to Vishen, the Mindvalley founder. I know that I manifested this. So it's currently 8:33 a.m. and I just finished day 2 of the Silva Ultramind System by Jose Silva and Vishen Lakhiani. I decided today to start filming the progress of how I would evolve and learn and realize the differences and maybe even breakthroughs throughout this entire course, which is in total 28 days on Mindvalley. I've always been interested in tapping into the brain's potential, anything regarding the unknown. That's why I stumbled across this system a couple days ago when a friend was like, Naomi, you gotta try it. So I signed up for the course on Mindvalley called the Silva Ultramind System. I really feel called to this, and yeah, so that's how I started. I watched day 1 yesterday. It was so incredible. I can show you my notes. Also, it's really early right now, so if I look super tired, it's just because it's early. You know how the morning is like. So this is the Silva Ultramind System by Jose Silva and Vishen Lakhiani on Mindvalley, and I actually started taking notes over here. And when I read certain things like Vishen, for example, he healed his acne by doing this system. And if you haven't realized, like for me, it's like I also have sort of impurities on the skin, and it was worse before, but now it's healing. But still, I always wish that I could have sort of the perfect skin, or at least healthy, glowing skin without having scars. So when I read this, I was like, okay, I'm down to heal my skin as well as part of building intuition. So that's the next part. You can literally build intuition, which came from this system. It reduces pain, and Jose Silva even bought a lottery ticket with a number that came up in his dream and won $10,000. Like, how crazy is that? Day 1, okay, I haven't checked it yet because I didn't journal. This is day 1, posture and style. Over here, there is this audio that shows the relaxation meditation, and that is incredible. Like, when I did that meditation, it was so incredible. It was like I instantly zoomed into this amazing, like this so extremely calm and focused state of mind where I knew that I was in a different brainwave frequency. So he talks about like alpha, beta, theta, delta wavelengths. It's very, very interesting because he talks about how we as humans are usually monophasic, so we always stay in one brain frequency. But when you expand your human mind capabilities, then you go into polyphasic, so you're actually living in multiple brainwave lengths. So you can basically tune into different states of minds to expand your consciousness. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm down to expand my consciousness. Like, tell me all about it. So yeah, over here he calls it altered states, and that's where it's monophasic or polyphasic. In the introduction itself, he mentions how there are these alpha beats and theta beats. I was really surprised by how it sounded like. Yeah, I wouldn't think that it would actually help. This is literally the sound. So I was just listening to this and I was like, this is alpha beats. Like, it sounds sort of like at first it could be a bit disturbing, but then you just sort of like let go. You're like, okay, I mean, I'm sure there's a point for this. Let's see the next one. So this is theta beats. Oh, whoa. It sort of sounds like someone's hammering the door. Super cool. So next up is I'm actually gonna journal about my experiences. Over here, I'm gonna start writing notes about my entire journey throughout this system. So I'm really excited. The reason why I even started filming this is because today is day 2 and it was so amazing. Like, I feel like Lucy, I don't know if you guys have watched that movie, but her brain capabilities expand until 100% and she just turns into like nothingness or everything. But I feel like I'm sort of going up the scale of Lucy with just this meditation, and it's just day 2. Because I felt so aware and focused and conscious, this is how the idea came about, where I was like, you know what, if I'm gonna change this much throughout this entire journey, I want to document it and I want to start with you guys. Possibly when you start, you'll know that you're not alone, because I started too at some point. Let's start journaling. Who Who do I want to be at the end of this quest? I want to be a better version of myself. Alright, I'm gonna go brainstorm now. Woo! So I just finished journaling. I want to be living my life of greatness as the best version of myself, meaning that I want to be in control of my consciousness level. How cool would that be if I could literally snap my finger and put myself into a state of deep consciousness? I think there's nothing cooler than being able to tell yourself what brainwave state you want to be in. Honestly, that's my goal. It's being polyphasic, as Vishen was saying. I want to be the master of myself, and that's why I feel like I'm so drawn to this course. Can't wait to try the others and to be a master of my brainwaves. Like, oh my gosh, yeah, count me in. So I'm currently at day 4 of the Silva Ultramind System, and wow, the birds! So I've been feeling very called after the first 2 days of the meditation to spend way more time in nature. So it's really weird because I usually don't ever go jogging, but for some reason, after just doing the first 2 days, I suddenly had this feeling that I just need to go running, and which is really, really weird because I don't usually go running, and it's not even that long that I'm running, it's just like 2.5 km. But just being out in nature and then afterwards walking for like 2 hours in the park that is literally like 5 minutes away from my place. Walking in nature has given me so much insight on what I want to do intentionally and the path I want to take, and it's sort of brought a lot of things together, that things that I already knew made sense in my life, but I didn't really connect all the dots. So now it's like, wow, I love the birds. Today's my second day in nature, and I started writing out my game plan, my goals, intentions, and like how to already take action. And a lot of the things just came into my mind where it made so much sense, but I don't know why I haven't thought of it yet. And I honestly think it's because of the Silva Ultramind System, because this is not something that just happens where I feel like jogging and I feel like spending 2 hours in nature, because you sort of need that initiative to just get out the house in the morning. And yesterday I left at like 7:30 a.m. I honestly feel like this effect is so incredible, and I want to learn more about hypnotherapy. I was listening to a podcast from Marisa Peer talking about also hypnotherapy, which was so weird because I just clicked that podcast because I felt called to start listening to her podcast, and it happened to be about hypnotherapy, and I was like, what? That's so crazy, because I had no idea. So it's like all these things are happening and falling into place, and it's just happening one after another, and it's just day 4, and it's crazy how so many things are just falling into place, and I'm so ready to just take action and to start and to journal, but to like manifest it. And I know it's possible. That's the thing. My arm is so tired. So that's my goal. It's really just to have a shortcut, not having to but spending 20 years of your life or 15 years trying to figure it out when you could figure it out right now. I'm 20 years old and I'm at day 4 of this Ultramind, and it's already starting to have a huge influence on me in the most positive way possible. And I literally took a huge shortcut. So if this becomes successful, honestly, like, I'm gonna teach this freaking system, because I have so much faith in it that it works, because I'm already experiencing it. Like, all this enthusiasm and energy, it's coming from a place of like knowing that it's working, because I feel so different already, and it's just incredible. I can't wait to continue it, and I think my arm's too tired now, so talk to you guys later. Hi Vishen, and thank you so much for this amazing... Hi, I'm from Singapore, and my friend introduced me to the program, and I immediately felt this right feeling to start it. So it was one day before it actually started, and then right after the second day, I went to bed and I was like, I gotta get up and go jogging. And I don't know why, because I don't usually like to run. It's not something that I would usually do, but for some weird reason, I felt this like inner call and pull to get up the next morning without questioning it and just go jogging. And I've been doing this the past 5 days. And every single time I would go jogging, I would then end up walking in nature for 2 hours at like 7 or 8 a.m. And then all these ideas would start coming into my mind as if it was meant to be of something that I've always questioned on what path to take, because I love to do so many things. And now I realize that all these ideas are coming to me to start a podcast. And I actually started documenting about my journey of this Silva Ultramind System, which I'll be posting on YouTube, because I felt like the change was so big, where I was like, I want to share this with people, and I want more people to also have this experience, which is why actually I also wrote the question if you'll be doing a sort of course where people could eventually instruct it too. Because, for example, for me, it changed me already within 2 days. So I was like, there gotta be more people out there that could experience this too. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. I'll be sharing it on YouTube, so I'll be documenting the whole 28 days. Okay, thank you. Okay guys, the craziest thing just happened. I literally just talked to Vishen personally, and I'm at day 8 of the course, and it's literally called intuition. And I followed my intuition today to firstly stay on track with this entire course. So as in day 8, really doing all the videos and the tasks on that day itself. And then little did I know, there's an online Zoom call happening at 8 a.m. Pacific time. So for me, because I'm in Singapore, that is 11 p.m. And I usually sleep before 11 p.m. At 9 p.m. I was so tired, and I was like, should I really join this? Should I really wait? And then I was like, you know what? If I'm doing this course and I'm dedicating my first week towards it, and I've already experienced so much change, I was like, you know what? It does not harm staying up late for once. And then little did I know that I would have talked to Vishen, the Mindvalley founder. I know that I manifested this. I trusted my intuition on day 8, where it was literally saying intuition day 8, and hop on a live call, and it doesn't even work. So the first 5 to 10 minutes, I'm looking for the link that works, and I was just about to give up, and I was like, hold up. Surely it's got to be somewhere. Like, I don't think thousands of people would just be clicking into empty space. So I check out the discussion, I check out the Facebook group, and eventually I find it through some other channel, and then I click on it and I enter, and I'm like, wow, I'm in this call, that's super cool. 20 minutes into the Zoom call, he reads a comment of one of the girls who said that she's already experienced a transformation within the first 2 days. She starts sharing, and then he was so amazed by her story, where he was like, does someone else want to share? And that was when I started getting this fluttery feeling in my body, and I was like, okay, I don't know what this feeling is, but I'm just gonna let it be. So I was hesitant at first, and I saw the chat, and I was like, I just like breathed for a second. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna put it in and be authentic, be me. And you know what? I already experienced transformations within the first 2 days. Why should I not share it with people? That it's inspiring me to start my own podcast, to start my own YouTube series, to share experiences with, that's how excited I am, to share experiences with people. And also it really inspired me to document this process. And if you would have told me at the beginning of this documentation, I would personally speak to the founder of Mindvalley and the Jose Silva Ultramind instructor himself, the course leader, I would have been like, yeah, sure, I would totally speak to him, sure. And there were over 1,500 people in the call. Like, I got to see it because I got added to the other Zoom call, and I was like, that's a lot of people, and people were texting the whole time. So that's when I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take this chance. I hesitated for a bit, but then I thought to myself, you know what? I'm just gonna be me, and I want to share. So I'm gonna write down, yeah, I would love to share. And then I did a heart. That's it. And then nearly a couple seconds later, it was so weird because I had this feeling that I would get picked before I actually knew I got picked. And what happened was my lights were turned off because I'm ready to sleep. And I was just so ready to go to bed. And then the second I wrote, yeah, I would love to share, stood up, walked to my light, turned it on, walked back, and read in the chat, "Naomi, would you like to share?" And I'm like, how did I firstly know that I was gonna get picked? Second of all, how the frick did I just manifest that into my life? Because it's literally all the signs showing me, Naomi, you're doing the right thing. You're making the right decision. It's right for you to share and to document this process and to show the realms of possibility just by doing a simple meditation for like 15 or 10 to 20 minutes a day. And that's all it took. It's just the purest feeling within and following that feeling and just doing it. That's it. That's all it took. And now, conclusion of week 1, it's been the most mind-blowing week for me ever, because apart from just going out in nature and getting all these ideas, knowing that I'm going to start a podcast to share all these unique stories of people that have transformed my life by embodying their transformation, and also by knowing that I got to do something with my YouTube channel that's a bit different from what I'm doing now. So little did I know that I would then also, within the first week of the Silva Ultramind System, be talking to the actual person who's leading it. It feels so beautiful because I feel like the universe is hearing me. I feel like it was exactly meant to be. It's like 12:20 here in Singapore, and I usually try to sleep by 11 p.m. But yet here I am awake, and one of the best things just happened to me ever. I spoke to one of my all-time role models of people that are just embodying what they're teaching, and that's what I love and value and appreciate so much. I have this calling that I need to become a Silva Ultramind instructor or coach and share this with the world, because if I can literally manifest in my life to speak with the person who's teaching this and the founder of Mindvalley, you can do anything too. And that's why I'm so passionate about this, and I guess that's why I had this inner calling, this intuitive feeling to just start documenting this on day 2, and I would have never thought that I would have met Vishen via a call. So honestly, like, anything is possible, and you just got to believe in it fully. Like, if you have questions, if you don't know if you're visualizing right, if you don't know if you're counting right, like, there is no right. You just got to surrender to it. And that's what I realized. Like, when my visualizations, like on day 6, I've passed out. It was like a 30-minute meditation, and I just passed out. I slept through like the second half. It was so calming to me. And that's when I was like, you know what, tomorrow I'm gonna sit up straight and I'm gonna do it right. And I did that. And even though my visualizations weren't exactly clear, and he was talking about visualizing a problem and then imagining how the universe slowly brings you the solution, even though if I don't exactly know what problem it is, it's like, just go with it. Don't ask so many questions, just completely go with it. And that's what I did. And now I spoke to Vishen, and now it's also my bedtime. I can't wait for all the future amazing things that are going to happen, because I feel like this is just the beginning. Anything is possible, and you are the creator of your reality. And if you want to do something, you can do it right now, and don't wait. All you got to do is show up. If you show up, the rest just happens and flows, and that's what happened tonight. If I can do that, you can do that too. Like, honestly, it is so possible. There's honestly nothing that stops you except for yourself. Nothing. I guess I believed in myself. So that's the conclusion. I love you all so much, and I am so excited. I can't wait for all of you to share with me what you've been experiencing. So if you have experienced any transformations, if you're taking the course, if you're reading about Jose Silva, let me know. Yeah, just love for you all to share. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you all in week 2. I can't wait.